Hey everyone, so today I'm bringing you another engine match between Leela Chess 0 and Stockfish 10. I've changed the network to Leela 32335, so we'll see how this does. In the past this has spanked Stockfish, so today I'm just going to go through one game where they're playing now. So they've each got 4 minutes with a 2-second increment, and we're into a French defense already. So I actually expect Leela to win this one, so we'll see how this goes. So after a3, bishop takes c3 as a move, followed by b takes, so it doubles the c pawns already. But it gives white now, white always has a strong bishop in these positions, so after queen g4, maybe g6 or castles, we'll see what happens. Castles could be quite risky. White could unleash a queenside attack. But bishop d3 now is also susceptible to c4, so I wonder what white will play. But c4 does also lock the pawns into place, and I think this will favour Leela. She's got the two bishops now, which the computers seem to always love. These two raking bishops attacking this king side right now. So already I feel like white's doing better. Bishop h6 is also a threat for white. Probably knight g6 will just be played, but maybe white could follow up with h4. So knight c6 undermining d4 and knight f3 to protect d4. The problem with black in the French defence is that this bishop on c8 is very weak. It's really hard to develop. If black can ever sacrifice or trade, the bishops, black's doing quite well. So f5 and queen b6. So I feel like it's quite even. Black's done the correct thing and try and get this f pawn moving, because the e5 pawn's quite a thorn. f6 is usually an interesting idea as well. Okay, so black's taken on d4. I feel like white's given up a pawn. But actually rook b1, an amazing move. So if queen takes b1, maybe bishop h6. So, okay, so white's given up the two rooks for the queen. Very interesting. So the queen's threatening g7, so knight g6. And I guess the bishop will just drop back somewhere. So this is a very uneven position. So white now has 2 pawns less and has a queen for the 2 rooks. But you just feel that the bishop on c8 is very weak, and that knight doesn't look too great now. So with h5, I guess knight f7, relocating. So interestingly, Stockfish gives this position as equal, but Leela's given it as white is winning. So this is quite good. We're getting into an interesting game. So h6 and g6. Remember that h6 pawn is protected by the bishop. So the black squares are severely weakened now for black, and now queen f6 is coming. So what happens after queen f6? Oh, knight takes h6, so it can't be played yet. a4. Oh, so maybe unleashing bishop a3. So maybe bishop a3, rook fe8. And then just what happens if queen f6 after that? Oh, so knight takes h6 is a threat as well. Okay, so the bishop's just dropped back again. So now queen f6 is the threat. So the bishop dropped back to protect that pawn. Rook f8 can be played to repeat. I'm sure rook f8 will be played. Yeah, and then bishop a3, rook f8 again, and then I don't think Leela will repeat. Oh, so he's left his rook on f8. So interesting that he's played a6. So what happens if white now takes that rook, which he has done? So we've got a rook and a knight for the queen. I'm not sure if that's enough or not. a5 now. So if knight takes a5, I guess queen e7. So rook e8 to stop queen e7. It'll be very interesting to see how white pulls this off if she does. Now Leela is giving white is clearly winning, and Stockfish thinks white is better. Okay, so rook e7. The bishop drops back. I'm not sure exactly why. Okay, so they're just coming up with some moves at the moment. So it looks like neither one wants to commit at this very moment. So these are just computer moves. You'd never get a human playing any of these. Unless they wanted the draw. I expect white to do something very soon. So king f1, I guess rook e8 though for black. So they're just going back and forth. How does white break through actually? Because all these pawns are very weak. So the king's going to move to e1. Is white's plan to go and attack that c3 pawn with the king? Perhaps. That'd be very interesting. Okay, so bishop d3. And rook a8. So Leela's actually up on time now. I just can't see how white can break through though. So it looks like there's like a little bit of a fortress here, because if that knight ever moves off f3, knight e5's coming. Okay, so g3. What if how can black, so white can't move that queen actually to stop it from protecting the h6 pawn. I was thinking maybe if the queen could move to attack c3, but it doesn't look possible. This is a great shame. I thought we were going to get in for a good game here, but this looks like it's kind of a fortress. Okay, rook d8. Weirdly though, the evaluation's going up for white, so I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so finally black moves this bishop. Ah, okay, now we're getting into a game. So queen a4. So what happens if so queen b3, so attacking the c3 pawn now, and attacking the b7 pawn. Maybe black just has to go all in and take these pawns off. Okay, interesting. Knight protects the b7 pawn. But now the queen takes c3, and I don't see a way back for black. Okay, so we're attacking that pawn again. And now queen c5. Queen b6 is a major threat. P7. So knight d4 now to attack that knight. Yeah, that's happened. And I guess just white takes on c6. Maybe f4 for white. Knight takes c6, f4. So f4 first. Yeah, there's no rush for white to take that knight actually. You can take on d8 now as well with check, which they have done. Has black got a bit of a fortress here though? c4 maybe? So g4 is another option as well at some point. Okay, so white's just going to get the king up. And Stockfish has 13 seconds, Leela's got 20 seconds. So this is going to be a very interesting last few minutes. Look at that black bishop though, it's very weak. Got all these pawns surrounding it. Oh, is the king just going to crawl? Oh, I thought the king was just going to crawl into f6. So this network does look definitely stronger. So bishop takes g4, king f8. This looks like game over for black. I don't see what they can do. It's getting very close. There's very limited time left. Bishop takes a6 to the threat. Yep, knight takes a5. So just bishop back to e2. Is he going to pin it? No, going to play bishop there. Attacking the pawn. King protects. The rook protects. The king's moving for white. Oh, I don't want a time loss. Okay, so if the queen's sacking the knight moves. So what's going on? So white's just won another pawn. Knight attacks the queen. So that knight's now pinned. So surely... Okay, so white's encroaching in black's position now. Bishop takes e6 as a major threat. Bishop protects it. Oh, and f4. So bishop to e6, bishop back to d1. Oh wow, check. And then they're going to win this d4 pawn, that's major. So they've won the d4 pawn. The pawns are now even. Black's got some pawn manoeuvring going on. Okay, so this is maybe quite dangerous. But the black squares are in control. e6 major threat now. Knight goes back, but then queen. Okay, queen f4. Oh, I wonder. This is quite interesting. I don't know really. I think white's still winning, but it's very dangerous. Yeah, so knight protects f7. Okay, if I was white, I'd probably just take that knight off. It's quite pesky. So black is actually rolling down the board with his pawn. Oh, bishop e6. So check. The king. God, Stockfish only has 0.2 seconds. To check. Is there a mate here? It looks as though, yep, Stockfish has lost and Leela has won. Yeah, so I think the major idea here is to play queen b4 after king f8 and then play bishop back to f3, followed by king g2. And black may have no option than to take on h6, whereby black would lose the g3 pawn and white could take on g3, and it would just be game over then. But that was a very interesting game, and finally we found a network that's strong enough to beat Stockfish 10. At least at Blitz. Yeah, the TCEC games are all long play, whereas these matches are all Blitz, so I feel like it's a bit different, but it was very interesting to watch and I hope you enjoyed it. I might do a few others with this network to see how it goes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you next time.